Hi and welcome to Kat's Crafty Corner. I am your host Kathy from La Crosse Public Library, and today I'm going to show you a very simple technique in marbling paper with common household products. You are going to need some shaving foam, not shaving gel. You're going to need some kind of an ink. I am going to be using alcohol inks. However, you can also use food coloring, watercolor paints, or acrylic paints. You are going to need a stir stick, something to stir your foam and your ink together. You're going to need a paper plate. You're going to need some paper towels, newspaper to cover your work surface, and of course you're going to need some paper. My paper has been cut down to 5 1/4 by 4 inches wide, and you may want to have on hand some heavy books, because once the foam gets into the paper, it's going to get a little wet and start curling. So we're going to try to prevent the curling from our paper. So let me get my work surface covered and we will begin. I have my work surface covered with newspaper. I have my paper plate in front of me. I am going to take my shaving foam and I'm going to shake it up a little bit so that it is ready to be worked with. So I'm going to just add a little bit to this plate. And in reality, I'm going to spread this down a little bit too to get that easier to work with. So spreading it out, you may have to do this, you may not have to do this. I just want it a little bit more spread out. All right, then I'm going to add my ink to it. Now remember, you can use food coloring, you could use watercolor paints, acrylic paints, or like I am doing is alcohol inks. So I'm just dabbing a couple here and there. I'm going to grab my stir and then I'm going to just stir this up into, see how it turns. You can see the foam is slowly turning into more of a marble look. I am actually going to add just a couple more drops. All right, let's stir this up. I want to leave some of it with the darker blues in because I like that too. I think it'll add a nice contrast to the paper. So then I'm going to grab my paper. Here is my paper and I'm going to lay it on the foam and I'm going to try to soak my paper into the foam right there. Like some shaving. Then I'm going to take it, lift it off, and see how it looks. There's some stuff, and then I'm going to spread my stir on the paper to just coat it a little bit more. So you can see my paper is already curling, and we're not going to be able to use it that way. So I have right here a nice size already done. I'm going to just shuffle this a little bit off to the side. Now this is where your paper towels come in handy. You are going to want to smear that shaving cream off of your paper. Get it as best as you can. So it's a little messy technique, but it is worth it in the end. All right, I'm gonna grab, so here's my sheet right at the moment. I have a few more pieces of shaving cream I wanna grab. So I'm gonna just go like that. So here's my piece that I just quickly done. Gonna let it sit and wait for a few minutes. I say about 15 minutes so that the item can actually dry. And once it's dry, then I'm going to place a couple heavy books on top of it so that it will flatten out a little bit more and I can use it with whatever I had intentions. But now, wouldn't this look cool if I added another color to this and it brings out more of the marble texture? I am a fan of blues, so this is one of the other colors that I would don, but maybe I'm also a fan of pink. That would have looked really nice, and that would have been something that comes from me in that regard. So I'm going to just put my shaving cream. You can continue using that until you're done. But see, this is almost completely dry, and it's drying pretty good right at the moment. So in my demonstration, you can see it is a very quick way of adding some different texture to paper. So if you did not have some colorful cardstock on hand, or if you didn't have any scrapbook paper, this is an easy way of making your own type of paper. Yes, it is messy. I have a plate full of shaving cream that I'm going to have to get rid of, and it is messy on your hands. However, it does not stain your hands at all. And then I just want to show you the card that I made with my paper. So isn't that kind of a cool card looking? I enjoy that background quite a bit. And it's a technique that I even forget to use. I don't take the time to use some of these techniques that have been around for some time. I want to thank you for joining me at Kat's Krafty Korner, and I hope to see you very soon.